Hey guys, welcome to our Tuesday night doTERRA chat. Tonight we're going to talk about the Deep Blue Stick and Copaiba and the Copaiba Touch Roller for pain specifically, but there's a couple other things that they can be used for as well. So just going to jump right in with that. These are brand new products. We just got them at convention in September, and I got to tell you that I'm loving them. I'm going to share some of our experiences in our family with you. First, the Deep Blue Stick. So as you can see, it's actually decent sized. The wholesale on it is $24.50, so you can order it through your account for $24.50. What makes this Deep Blue Stick different than, say, the Deep Blue Rub? So first, you can see that you just take the little lid off and it's a no mess application. You don't have to put it on your hands. There's no chance later of like touching your eyes with your hands, which happens a lot with my boys with the Deep Blue Rub. And it is not sticky or messy or anything like that. Also, this product has Copaiba in it, so it's different. So it also has the same oils as the Deep Blue Rub, but it has Copaiba in it. What is Copaiba? So it is a huge anti-inflammatory oil. I actually have my book here, and I actually got this out a couple weeks ago, and I read to you some of the things that you can use Copaiba for, but I want to touch on that again one more time because I think a lot of people don't realize how powerful this oil is. You can get it for under $40. I want to say $35, $36 if you get the oil. It comes in an oil form by itself as well, Copaiba, Copaiba, or Copaiba. And the 15 ml is around $35, $36, something like that. So what can you do with Copaiba, and why did they put it in the Deep Blue Stick? So this is the resource that I like to use, the Essential Life and the Copaiba section. So just a few of the uses of Copaiba: pain and inflammation, arthritis, gout, muscle cramps, tendinitis, plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, respiratory tonsil issues, sore throat, addictions, bedwetting, incontinence, colitis, intestinal infections, cancer, autoimmune, fungal, bacterial, and viral infections, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain and bloating, dry skin and hair, acne, eczema, psoriasis, aging skin and collagen production, headaches and migraines, endometriosis and PMS, high blood pressure, anxiety and sleep issues, blisters, bites, burns, bruising, and sprains. Okay. And this oil is super inexpensive. I love that about doTERRA, because if they put the price point based on all of these things that you could do with Copaiba, it would cost way more. But it's just as simple as taking a little spigot, putting it in a tree in Brazil, and the resin is what they make the oil out of. They pay the farmers a fair price. They're able to pass that savings on to us, and they base the price point on how easy it is to source and paying the farmers a fair price. So we get this amazingly powerful oil in a very inexpensive way. I would even say that if you have used CBD products, that Copaiba costs about, it's crazy how much less it costs. I think around 0.3 of a cent. It's crazy, like 30 times less than CBD. And it doesn't work on that receptor. There's no THC in it, so there's no wonky side effects or anything like that. But the reason that they really put the Copaiba in the Deep Blue Stick was, of course, all of the anti-inflammatory things, all of the pain things. But Copaiba has a secret power. It actually helps other oils permeate the skin deeper, so they're more effective. So they knew if they put Copaiba in with the Deep Blue oils, that would actually be more effective because it would permeate the skin into those tissues deeper if they use the Copaiba with it. Okay, so super powerful. The packaging on this is post-consumer recyclable material as well. It's 100% clean, and it's one of those products that we can publicly make claims about for arthritis and inflammation and joint pain and nerve pain and all of those things. So anything that you would use Deep Blue Rub for, this just is just what it says. It's a stick. You can apply it. I wouldn't even say that it dries. It's not even a messy thing at all. I can say in our home, what it has really helped us with is Randy and I are training for a marathon. And the hips can get a little sore, the knees can get a little sore. And this is just so great just to grab it. And I've been having some issues with my shoulder. And when I'm compliant and when I use this, it helps me so much with that sharp shooting nerve pain that I'm having in my shoulder. Growing pains for the boys, soccer injuries, just normal exertion from soccer practice, bruising and things like that as well. But another superpower with the stick is because of the oils in it having the anti-inflammatory properties that they have. Guess what else this is really good for? So, any kind of congestion or colds, and a lot of people are using it after they have had COVID with that tightness in their chest and just respiratory issues and tightness to support respiratory issues. Remember, Deep Blue has peppermint in it as well. So it has respiratory benefits that way. And with the Copaiba, it's a huge anti-inflammatory. So you can just rub it right on your chest for respiratory issues as well. So, so many things that you can use the stick for. And I've had it now for over a month, and it seems like we've barely used it. It really, even though we use it almost every day, it takes so little and it goes so far, guys. It's going to last you weeks, if not months. It stretches a lot. Let's talk about the Copaiba roller. So anytime there's a roller with doTERRA, which this is the Copaiba, which we just talked about with all of those benefits that's in the stick. We've had it in oil form, and we also have it in a soft gel form that you can take internally. But now we have it in a roller, and it's pre-mixed for us with coconut oil. So why did doTERRA decide to put it in a roller? Why did they think, that we needed this form of it too? Basically for the same reason that would use any other oil for targeted pain relief. So let's say, for instance, that you're using Deep Blue on your knee or your hip like I do, and it's usually, handling it really well, but you want to give it a little extra power or a little extra punch or permeability. You can add the Copaiba Touch. If you're using another oil that you would like Aroma Touch or frankincense, that you would like to have an added benefit, this also would help with that as well. And it's going to work best when you use it internally and topically. So if you have chronic pain and inflammation, using it topically is great and it will help you, but actually taking it in the soft gel form or the oil form, even like I think I showed you guys last time, you can just tilt your head back and just drop a couple drops under your tongue. It's super easy. It doesn't have a lot of flavor to it, and it lasts a long time. It's not something that you have to do. You can do it in the morning and at night, and then you can supplement with the touch roller. Okay, so in those areas that you have pain. 5 things that you probably didn't know about Copaiba. I mentioned a couple of them from the book, but this is why you need to consider taking the Copaiba internally every day and using it topically. So a couple of things we touched on in the book, but I learned some things today and I wanted to share them with you. I always tell people that lemon is a magic bullet for gout. Okay. Gout is one of those things that will make someone a believer out of the oils just like in a quick minute, because there's so much pain and discomfort involved there. And lemon internally and topically can work like a magic bullet. Well, I learned today that there's a new oil in town for gout. And the number one oil for gout is, you guessed it, it is Copaiba. So you could take it internally. You could take it in the soft gels or take it under your tongue or in a veggie cap. And, gout a lot of times manifests in your feet and is really painful in your toes with a lot of people. So that's when you would use it in the roller form as well in those areas for targeted relief. Okay. So gout, it's the number one oil for gout. Copaiba is. Number 2, carpal tunnel. So this one is near and dear to my heart as a former dental hygienist, because so many people in my field suffer from carpal tunnel. As a matter of fact, when I cut back and stopped working, a lot of that was due to some issues that I was having with my hands as well, which have all but resolved since I've cut back on work and don't keep those hours, and because I use the oils. So carpal tunnel internally, the Copaiba is great for that, along with the deep blue. So the stick would be a great thing to use for carpal tunnel there as well, along with the Copaiba Touch Roller. Lemongrass also is really good for carpal tunnel as well. The third thing that you may not know that Copaiba is really good for is inflammatory bowel disease. So as I mentioned, Copaiba is a super powerful anti-inflammatory oil, okay? So any kind of inflammation, respiratory, digestive, muscle aches, any inflammation in your body, Copaiba is excellent at handling those things, okay? So that's the third one. The fourth one is Parkinson's, okay? Along with frankincense, Copaiba and frankincense are the top two oils for tremors and for managing those symptoms. Also, essential tremors and seizures and things like that as well. And we've seen some pretty incredible things with tumors with Copaiba as well, and frankincense. And the fifth one, it just had to be kismet today that the fifth one landed where it did, because I actually had a friend reach out to me about this one today, and it's one that I'm contacted a lot about because it can be so annoying. So annoying and nagging, one of those issues. And the fifth one is plantar fasciitis. Okay. Copaiba is one of the number one oils topically for plantar fasciitis. So you can take your little roller with the Copaiba in there and apply it to your feet. The deep blue is also one of the top oils for plantar fasciitis. And if you're watching this in the Slingshot group, I actually tagged someone earlier in a kind of a recipe in there today that had a few other oils in there. But why not try the Copaiba by itself first and the deep blue, because those are two of the top oils for plantar fasciitis. Of course, there's some other recommendations in there in that recipe, and some things work for some people that don't work as well for others, right? So that's why we have different recipes. It's not one thing works great for everyone, and some things work better for some than others. I would say that for everyday use, these two things that we talked about, the deep blue stick and the Copaiba touch roller, growing pains in our house are the big thing, headaches, any kind of sports injuries, sore anything, that's what we use them for, and Evan's allergies, of course, with his lungs as well. But any kind of pain is what you're going to use these for. And they're powerful, super powerful. Copaiba, don't discount Copaiba because it's only $35 as opposed to $150 or $200 for CBD. You can use Copaiba. This goes without saying too, that Copaiba is not a CBD product, and I need to make that clear. It actually is, it works with the endocannabinoid system with our body, but it doesn't work on that receptor, and it does not have THC in it. It's completely safe for everyone, including your little people, and it can be really good for inflammatory issues with your pets as well. But two very powerful tools now that we have in our arsenal that we didn't have before. As always, if you have questions, reach out to me or Dana. That's what we're here for. This is what we do for a living. We educate you guys. We're happy to help you. So reach out to us. And that's all that I have for you guys tonight. So if you have questions, please shoot them into the comments. We're purposefully not taking questions when we're doing these because we want to keep them super quick and value your time and respect your time. So when you have questions, put them in the comments or shoot us a message privately, and we're happy to help you. You guys have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.